केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has a new political message, and this time it is aimed squarely at India's women. After an aggressive outreach to Gen Z through Chhatron Ki Goond, Rahul Gandhi turned the spotlight specifically on Nari Shakti. Break the cage, smash patriarchy, fight for your space. In Pune, his now characteristic on-stage slideshow depicted the different cages women find themselves trapped in. With that in the backdrop, Rahul Gandhi called India's 70 crore women its biggest strength and urged them to be proud and to be loud.
You are special, you're individual, and you have your own dream, your own vision for your life. My message to you, simple message. Be loud, be proud, and fight with being seen as a wife, daughter, mother. Nothing wrong with it. But this cannot be your only identity. A woman must never be independent. This is a direct quote from the Manu. These words are a shame. These words should never ever have been spoken. You belong to nobody. You do not belong to anybody except yourself. Fight for your space in society.
So far, so good. But then Rahul Gandhi gave his argument a distinctly political color. From patriarchy, he argued the Manusmriti, quoting a passage which he said prescribes that a woman must never be independent. Rahul Gandhi drew a direct political link, accusing the BJP and the RSS of representing a mindset that seeks to control and restrict women in cages.
The Manusmriti says, in childhood, a female belongs to her father. In youth, she belongs to her husband. When her lord is dead, she belongs to her sons. A woman must never be independent. This is a direct quote from the Manusmriti. And these words are a shame.
Now, what the Manusmriti says, what it doesn't, and what relevance an ancient text has to modern India can certainly be debated. But previous Congress stalwarts were far more nuanced about it. Mahatma Gandhi wrote that Manusmriti contained much that is admirable while rejecting what he considered harmful. Nehru called Manusmriti Manu a great soul, and his writings should be read with respect, even describing Manu among the heroes of our history. And therefore, the BJP now says, if you want to debate India's civilizational texts, read them in full. And if you want to debate women's empowerment, put your own record to test.
आप मनु पर या राम पर या भारत की विरासत पर टिप्पणी करते हैं। मनु को जानना है, आप अथर्ववेद पढ़िए, सतपथ ब्राह्मण पढ़िए, मत्स्य पुराण पढ़िए। आपको सारी जानकारियां मिल जाएंगी।
जहां तक राहुल गांधी का सवाल है, स्टेज पर आकर तो उन्होंने महिला अधिकारिता की बात कही, लेकिन महिलाओं को अधिकारिता देने का सबसे क्रांतिकारी कदम महिला आरक्षण बिल है। जिसको राहुल गांधी विरोध कर रहे हैं, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं, खाने के दांत अलग है, दिखाने के दांत अलग है।
Well, interestingly, question over Rahul Gandhi's Manusmriti argument isn't coming only from the BJP. Even ally Shiv Sena of the Uddhav Thackeray section is asking who exactly follows Manusmriti in India today? What is the relationship with the BJP or the RSS? And what is the basis for Congress making that connection? The Congress, however, says the BJP should look at its own record before pointing fingers at others.
मनुस्मृति क्या है ये हमें पता, शायद राहुल गांधी जी को ही पता होगा, बिकॉज उन्होंने भाषण में कहा है भारत में आप किसी से भी पूछेंगे तो उन्हें मनुस्मृति क्या पता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि मनुस्मृति से तो हमारा देश नहीं चल रहा है ना। तो ये मनुस्मृति क्या है, उससे आरएसएस का क्या संबंध है, या बीजेपी का क्या है, या कांग्रेस क्यों ऐसा कहे, इसके बारे में हम नहीं बता पाएंगे।
The Congress has had 5 women presidents. How many women presidents have BJP had so far? How many women go to shakhas in RSS? Not a single, by the way. We gave the first woman prime minister, the first woman president. So ask them just to shut up. Number one. Number two, who championed the cause of women reservation in the parliament? Mrs. Sonia Gandhi.
The battle lines are clear. Rahul Gandhi says smash patriarchy. BJP says smash selectivity. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma is in fact accusing Rahul Gandhi of using women's empowerment as a smoke screen to target the Hindu Dharma. And then comes the Congress track record. When Rahul Gandhi says break the cage, BJP points to Rajiv Gandhi's government's Shah Bano verdict reversal. When he says women must speak up, does he forget Angika Datta, who spoke up and leveled harassment allegations only to be expelled from the party? And as he asserts women belong to themselves, the question is, what action followed after Sandeep Dixit reduced the Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni to a sexist political punchline with Rahul Gandhi on the stage in a big hug with Sandeep Dixit? So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight the legitimate question is Rahul Gandhi's pro-women and anti-Manusmriti pitch duplicitous? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Siddharth Yadav, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dushyant Sridhar, Hindu scholar, Anand Ranganathan, author. Also joining the debate, Vivek Silas, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. With me in the studio, Vivek Srivastava, political analyst, joining the debate. But my first question goes to Congress supporter Tehseen Poonawalla and Rahul Gandhi's this break the patriarchy. Let me begin with Tehseen Poonawalla. Why am I boycotted? I'm a woman breaking patriarchy, the first woman to head a news, not just one news channel, but an entire network. Why is Rahul Gandhi somebody who boycotts me? Number one. But then I'm not important. What's important is, why doesn't he speak about the Shah Bano judgment? Why doesn't he look at the fact that anybody who raised a voice within the Congress party about sexual harassment had to leave? Please think, rewind and think about Priyanka Chaturvedi. Think about Angika Datta. Not one word from Rahul Gandhi. In fact, it was during Rahul Gandhi's time that these women had to leave the party where there was no respect for them. And then having said that, I just want to ask you, as Himanta Biswa Sarma says, is the Hindu Dharma a very easy target for Rahul Gandhi? Because he's never spoken against triple talaq or the Sharia law, where probably he might find enough to speak about patriarchy.
Thank you, Navika. Thank you for having me on the show. While I do believe you've broken the glass ceiling, I think the reason the Congress party does not come on the show is because and I'm witness to this, 99% of the debates are always against the opposition, and the blame is somehow the narrative against the opposition. It has nothing to do with gender. I think the other people also have been boycotted. That's their perception about it. So I think that settles that debate. The second part about it, I do think that there's a lot that the Congress party needs to get better on. I firmly believe that. But the question that is being asked today is the intention of Mr. Gandhi correct or wrong? And then I believe with regards to gender equality, it is correct, much better than all of the parties. Pawan's given his victory. I don't want to repeat those statements. The BJP has never had a woman president. In fact, I've been on your debates multiple times with multiple BJP spokesperson, even before Nabeen ji became president, and I challenge it won't be a woman, and it's always come true. Now let's come to the third part about it. What is the issue that we're dealing with today out here? Here is a man who was talking about gender equality, women breaking the glass ceiling, and he will speak about his religion. Is that interpretation correct or wrong? You have Dushyant sir here. He's an expert. I have tremendous respect for him. And we can argue. He can speak about his religion. I don't know if he's an expert on other religions to speak about it. I know he's deeply studied his religion, and Dushyant sir can challenge him on that. But he's speaking on a context where he comes from a point of view of his. Does that mean that there is no patriarchy in other religions? Does that mean other religions don't need reforms? No, it means they all need reforms. It means women have to go out. I mean, somebody like you is an example of what women can achieve, and we have respect for you. So I think that settles the debate. I don't think attacking Rahul Gandhi is the solution. The solution is how can you get women forward? And I'll end with one example. If only the BJP is serious about women reservation, as the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra said, give it right now. But they don't want the BJP, doesn't want the men to give up their seats. That's the thing. But this logic of theirs gets broken when you say, why don't you give reservation, add reservation for the general category, don't take it away from SC, add the seats, which is what Anand Atan says. There they won't do it. There they will say, no, we cannot increase seats. But in Parliament, they want to increase seats because they want the men to give up their seats. That's why BJP is a patriarchal party.
Rahul Gandhi can attack everybody, but nobody should attack Rahul Gandhi over patriarchy, Siddharth Yadav. That is the argument. Not one word on Sharia, not one word on why the Hindu religion, not one explanation for why Shah Bano had to undergo what she did under the Congress regime. Not one word of explanation of any of this. Not one word on why, many in the opposition walked out of the parliament during triple talaq voting. Not one word on any of this. But Rahul Gandhi must not be blamed. Please respond.
Good evening, Navika. Good evening to all your viewers. Before I even come to that, I have one question in my mind. The event that Rahul Gandhi was doing in Pune was Chhatron Ki Gunj. What has Manusmriti to do with education, to do with paper leak, to do with schools, to do with economy? What is Manusmriti related, and how is Manusmriti related to all these issues, to the youth of this country? If Manusmriti is not related to this, why is Rahul Gandhi picking it all up? Probably the real intention behind all of this is the same old-fashioned Rahul Gandhi's single-point agenda, Sanatan ko gali do aur aage badho. This is point number one. Point number two, even coming to this question of patriarchy, how hypocritical it can be coming from Rahul Gandhi. I have just one question to ask. Recently, you expanded your cabinet in Karnataka. You are ruling party there. You're not in opposition. And Rahul Gandhi must not forget that he is not in opposition everywhere. And there he's in ruling party, he has to give out a model. You have 33 ministers there. 0 women ministers. How about smashing some patriarchy there? Oh, but the logics of patriarchy or the standards of patriarchy are probably different in Karnataka. You want to question that we are the ones who voice women rights in this country, but the baggage that you are carrying, nobody can ever forget that. You say, oh, we had women presidents. Oh, wonderful. You had women Congress presidents, wonderful, but only from one family. So women in this country have to be either from the Gandhi Vadra family, post-independence, to become the president of the Congress party, or else women of this country can never become the president of Congress party. This is the standard. And this is probably what you're smashing. If you put an equivalence, Navika, of how many ministers Congress party put in their UP era, how many women ministers they made, equal to how many women ministers the NDA made, the figures are, it's huge. There's no comparison at all. You made 5 governors, we made 7. You made 1 woman president, we made 1 woman president, but you made 7 women ministers and we made 18. So there is no comparison at all. And when the Congress party chooses to come and, walk this pitch, I think that Rahul Gandhi and all his advisors should not forget the baggage that they are carrying, should not forget what Congress party really stands for. If you're not from the Gandhi Vadra family, you are basically that Shah Bano clan, which would do anything for appeasement politics but take away rights from the women in this country. Rahul Gandhi doesn't care about women's rights, not at all. And the entire country knows about that. But what he is doing is probably only attacking Sanatan Dharma, abusing Sanatan Dharma, an extension of calling Sanatan Dharma dengue, AIDS and malaria, because this is the real intention of Rahul Gandhi before everything that he does.
Well, Vivek Silas, how many people have you seen who follow the Hindu Dharma, the Sanatan Dharma, and have Manusmriti part in their house? I've not seen anybody. You'll hear a Gita का पाठ, सुंदरकांड का पाठ, आप रामायण का पाठ होगा किसी के घर में. मैंने मनुस्मृति का पाठ कहीं नहीं सुना. लेकिन राहुल गांधी will bring up Manusmriti time and again. Number one, is it intrinsic to the Hindu religion or the constitution of the country? No, it isn't. Let me also ask you, if Rahul Gandhi is so much against patriarchy, will he and you support the Uniform Civil Code? Will you speak against the personal laws that permit polygamy? Will you condemn the practice of nikah halala? Will you look at all kinds of practices that put women behind? Will you even question why Rahul Gandhi was allowed to enter parliament in 2004 and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra only in 2024? What was it? Patriarchy being practiced at home or something else?
What I feel, Navika ji, that we have more than 100 crores Hindus in our country, and I think more than 99% of them even doesn't even know what is actual Manusmriti is. We definitely follow Bhagavad Gita. We read the Ramcharitmanas. We chant the Hanuman Chalisa. But it was initially the RSS after the independence. Let me remind and the viewers also that they said that Manusmriti is better than the Constitution of India. That is what they said.
की बात लेके बैठ गए विवेक सालिस, आप तो जेनजी वाले लोग हो ना, आप तो जेनजी के पोस्टर बॉय हो, मनुस्मृति कहाँ पहुंच गए?
Okay. As far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, we were talking about the women reservation, and Siddharth Yadav talked quite high about the Bharatiya Janata Party as far as women are concerned. But let me remind that on 20th of September 2023 in the Lok Sabha and 21st of September 2023 in Rajya Sabha, the women reservation bill was passed. It is already passed. There is no need to pass the women reservation bill in India. And it was enormous. The entire Lok Sabha and the entire Rajya Sabha, apart from two members of parliament from AIMIM, voted in favor of the women reservation bill in India. Why the Bharatiya Janata Party is not implementing the women reservation in India? I want to ask you, that is the first question. And people who support such kind of things and who try to fool the country and think that the country is a fool, it's not going to happen, Mr. Yadav, because the country knows. The women of the country, especially the youth, our children, the girls, they know that the women reservation bill has already been passed and you kept it for 3 long years. You hid it from the country and you didn't implement it in the parliament. Please answer me this. If you are such a, a supporter of women in India, please answer me that.
Siddharth.
Navika, should I? Navika, unfortunately, my learned friend from Samajwadi Party is not aware that the bill that he finally supported after rejecting for 6 times in a row in the history, Samajwadi Party was the biggest critique whenever the women reservation bill was introduced in the Indian Parliament. That bill, which was passed ultimately under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi, gives the reservation in 2034. If we want more women to come to the Parliament in 2029, is it a sin that we are doing, Vivek ji? Is it a sin? Is Narendra Modi wants more and more women to come in and they want it today? If the current seats allow, and let me answer another question that I know you'll bring up. In 545 seats, probably 170 women will come up. But if the seats increase, 280 women will come up. And if we want 280 to come in, is that a sin? If we want more women to come to the parliament, is it something wrong that we are doing? And that is why the Samajwadi Party and the entire opposition is so vehemently opposing this. I don't understand the reason. Why would Samajwadi Party? But I do understand, Navika, I'm sorry. Because I remember in 2008, 2009, 2010, every time whenever the women reservation bill in this parliament was introduced, Samajwadi Party had an excuse. Sometimes they wanted a quota within a quota. Sometimes they wanted, no, this much is not right.
No.
Sometimes
I just want to put it here. Uniform Civil Code, everybody follows the same rules. Say yes to it. Say yes to it. नहीं क्या यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड कर दो
कर दीजिए, आपको कौन रोक रहा है? हाँ कर दीजिए,
वाह
क्या दिक्कत है? हाँ कर दीजिए।
फिर वोट कहाँ से आएंगे?
वोट कहाँ से आएंगे? जनता वोट देगी जैसे 2024 में दिया था।
अच्छा,
उसमें क्या दिक्कत है? Let me remind Siddharth Yadav one thing, please, ma'am. We were having a debate in 2024, ma'am, and Siddharth Yadav was sitting with me, and he said that we are going to implement the women reservation bill in 2029. And today he is saying that we are going to implement it in 2034. See the hypocrisy of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It was the same Siddharth Yadav who said in 2024, that it will be implemented by 2029. What happened, Siddharth ji? Why are you taking a U-turn today?
Samajwadi Party is smashing patriarchy. Anand Ranganathan, लड़के हैं, लड़कों से गलती हो जाती है. They are smashing patriarchy, giving us lessons on how to smash patriarchy. Anand Ranganathan.
Good evening, Navika. I want to come back to the topic. Even though Manusmriti and portions of it have been admired by Nishe, Gandhi, Nehru, with Nehru calling Manu as one of the heroes of India, and this country does not run by Manusmriti, I'm going to mince my words straight up. If there are any shlokas or verses of Manusmriti that are offending, misogynistic, patriarchal, I condemn them as a civilizational Hindu, unequivocally. I'm not going to run around the excuses of context or interpretation. I'm intelligent enough to see and interpret what is in front of me. But when Rahul Gandhi talks of patriarchy and bigotry and misogyny, using verses from Manusmriti as examples, I want to ask, are these also verses from Manusmriti? Quote, your women are your tilling fields, so go into your fields whichever way you like, 2:23. Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given them one over another. Those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them. And if they persist, forsake them in bed. And finally strike them 434. The unmarried woman found guilty of sexual intercourse, don't pity her. Lash her with 100 lashes and let a group of believers witness the punishment. 24:12. The share of the male shall be twice that of the female, 411. Or if you're tired of me quoting just one of Rahul Gandhi's favorite books, here's another quote. I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man. She must be silent. 1 Timothy 2:12, the Holy Bible. Wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands. Husband is the head of wife like Christ is the head of church. Ephesians 5:20-24 Bible. A man wasn't created for the woman. The woman was created for the man. Corinthians 11:8-9, the Holy Bible. Would Rahul Gandhi dare to mention these verses when talking of women's emancipation or patriarchy? Or is it that चार नींबू निचोड़ने से दूध इतना नहीं फटता? I won't complete it. 10 seconds. Navika, Udaynidhi Stalin, as you know, uttered a shockingly anti-Hindu, anti-Hinduism statement. If a BJP minister had said what Stalin did about another religion, there'll be a civil war by now. But Hindus are easy to abuse. They don't get transgressors. And finally, 10 seconds. Talking of misogyny, was it not Rahul Gandhi himself who said Modi was a coward in sending a woman, Nirmala, to answer his questions in parliament? पहले अपने गिरेबान में तो झांक के देख लो बरदार.
Absolutely, and I just want to say one thing, Vivek Srivastava. The issue is, do you want to pick up ancient texts, the context, the time when they were written? Then you should probably go back to the Vedas. That's where it all began. The Vedas don't say all of this. Why is Manusmriti such a favorite text? The only question I want to ask tonight is that if Manusmriti is where you want to start the debate from, then please don't single out one religion. Look at critically all religious texts and remove, because times have changed. What may have been applicable centuries ago may not be applicable today, number one. And then number two, and the most important thing, please practice what you preach. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should know that in this government there have been incentives that have been given to women, and women are not only those who live in urban areas, there are women even in the rural areas who don't even know what their rights are. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is in the name of women, sir. Is that not smashing patriarchy? Or the Ujjwala Yojana, is that not smashing patriarchy? Or the fact that, loans for women to have property and assets in their own name, that is actually smashing patriarchy, because women then become owners of assets and cannot be tossed around like they were in the past. Mr. Vivek Srivastava, everybody should strive to add to this list, not contest it.
Okay, so firstly, I'm very happy that everybody over here is denouncing the parts of Manusmriti which are objectionable. I hope the RSS gives a formal statement that yes, Manusmriti is not the role model they want the nation to be on.
The RSS has given a formal statement many times, only you don't believe in it. They have said the country runs by the constitution, not by the Manusmriti.
Very good.
आपको याद नहीं रहता है, उन्हें याद है।
जिस हिंदू राष्ट्र की स्थापना करना चाहते हैं, उसका बेस ये मनुस्मृति बनाना चाहते हैं। हजारों लेख इनके
कौन बनाना चाहता है मेरे भाई? मनुस्मृति के दिन लद गए। आप जेनजी के हीरो हैं, आप जेनजी को वो बताइए जो उनको समझ में आए।
जेनजी को समझ में आ चुका है। जेनजी किसके साथ होना चाहिए? होगा ये धर्मगुरुओं द्वारा समर्थित सरकार। आपको लगता है हिम्मत है मेरे प्राइम मिनिस्टर में या एसएस में या सिद्धार्थ यादव में आप बैठ करके बोलने की आई डिनाउंस मनुस्मृति? बोलोगे आई डिनाउंस मनुस्मृति?
Well, Nehru didn't say it, Mahatma Gandhi didn't say it. Why are you challenging the prime minister?
अब आप बीच में बचाव में आ जाइए, बोलना ना पड़े, कवर फायर दीजिए इनको। आज सिद्धार्थ यादव बोलेंगे मनुस्मृति को मैं डिनाउंस करता हूं, उसमें ऐसी चीजें हैं जो महिलाओं के विरोध में। बोले आप
नहीं, आप दूसरे रीजन्स के बारे में बोल दीजिए, मैं बुलवा देती हूँ फिर मनुस्मृति के बारे में सिद्धार्थ यादव से। आप थोड़े पहले इक्वल हो जाइए ना।
भाई हम तो सारे सिविलाइजेशनल हिंदू है ना, इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ डॉक्टर आनंद रंगातन। तो अपनी बात करो ना, अपने को सुधारने के बजाय दूसरे के घर में क्यों रख रहे हो? अगर कुछ ऑब्जेक्शन बोला तो बोलो, राहुल गांधी ने बोला।
Please do not please fade him out, because like his career, I don't want to be interrupted. When he is talking of misogyny and patriarchy, he dare not quote other scriptures, क्योंकि चार नींबू वाला यहाँ पे लॉ अप्लाई करता है। लेकिन मार्क्स को तो कोट कर दो। मार्क्स ने क्या कहा था? The quality he admires in men are bravery, quality he admires in women are weakness. पढ़ा है मार्क्स के, ये वो भी पढ़ा क्या उसमें?
No, you don't even know ABC of Marx. You don't know ABC of Marx. Dialectic materialism पढ़ के आओ पहले dialectic materialism पढ़ के आओ, फिर मर्द औरत का समझ आएगा, फिर समझ आएगा आपको। भौतिक तंत्रवाद को पहले भौतिक तंत्रवाद पढ़िए और कॉन्टेक्स्ट एक सेंटेंस लेकर के बोल रहे हैं। और सारा जल्दी देश की महिलाएं सुन लीजिए, देश की महिलाएं राहुल गांधी के साथ हैं। आपको जितना हल्ला मचाना है मचाइए।
मनुस्मृति, आपने मनुस्मृति इतनी बार पढ़ी है, बाकी भी टेक्स्ट पढ़ लीजिए, वहां भी कुछ मिल जाएगा। आनंद,
थैंक यू सो मच। अब आपने, आई थिंक एवरीवन मिस्ड व्हाट ही सेड, द गोल्डन वर्ड्स ऑफ कम्युनिस्ट विवेक श्रीवास्तव। Quran can be quoted out of context. Bible can be quoted out of context. Das Kapital by Marx can be quoted out of context. But Manusmriti cannot be quoted out of context. Manusmriti. भाई, अभी आप क्या कह रहे हो?
Economics theory.
This is
Das Kapital को रखा हुआ है, challenge you.
This is the exact quote of Marx. He admires weakness of women.
I'll have a debate with you on dialectic materialism right now.
I don't want to have a debate with you because you know even less than Jon Snow, and he knew nothing.
कहने से कुछ नहीं होता है।
आप कहने से क्या होता है? अभी आपको बोला मैंने।
Let me get in Dushyant Sridhar, I want to ask you, why do they pick up on Manusmriti every now and then? They will speak only about Manusmriti and no other religious text. Is the Hindu Dharma a soft target, or is it just that you pick up something out of context, not in other religions, but only in the Hindu Dharma.
Namaskaram, Navika. Namaskar to all my fellow panelists. Very quickly to the answer to the first question that you asked, why do they pick up only Manusmriti? Their very good friends from Tamil Nadu do their very job of speaking about the Ramayana and Mahabharata. So they've outsourced that to the wonderful people of Tamil Nadu politicians. So once that's outsourced, they don't have to speak. First, you need to read the book. Now, just a context for all your viewers, Navika. Manusmriti was authored not by a single Manu. We have various Manus, Swayambhuva Manu, Vaibhasvata Manu, Chakshusha Manu. So it's a book in continuum, one. And I am not going to deny the verse that was cited because it is there in the Manusmriti, two. Three, there are various commentators, famed commentators accepted in the academic world who have commented like Medatithi, Bharuchi, Govindaraja, Kulluka. All of them have commented on the verse. And what is the verse? I'm just going to cite the verse. Pita rakshati kumare bharta rakshati yauvane rakshanti sthavire putra nasti swatantriyam arhati. This is the shloka that comes in the thousands of shlokas that are there in Manu. This is one shloka that they have picked up. Now, I would like to, before explaining this verse very quickly, on the other side, if this verse was to be taken literally, the same set of Hindu texts talk about a set of women who were equivalent to rishis called Brahmavadinis. Like we had Godha, Gosha, Vishwavara, Indrani, Sharama, so many women who were as radiant as the rishi. We had women who were queens like Meenakshi, Rudrama Devi, so on and so forth. We had poets like Ganga Devi. We had a festival recently called Varamahalakshmi Vrata. We have got a Navaratri that celebrates women. So how do we reconcile between the two? The context. The context in which the shloka comes in Manu talks about the performance of fire sacrifices. In the fire sacrifices, the man, the householder who does it is called Pati. Pati is generally not construed to be husband. Pati is construed to be the one who does yajna. The one who assists the Pati is called Patni. So in the context of yajna, she is dependent on her father because she sees her parents doing the yajna. She is dependent on the husband because she sees her husband doing the yajna. Later she sees the son doing the yajna. That is the only context. It does not talk about the goals that a woman can or should not achieve. One. And the most important of all, when it comes to the reverse, when it comes to progeny, having a son or a daughter, it is the woman, the mother, who is given 100 times more right than the father. Mata putrasya bhuyamsi karmanya arabate. That is why when Kaikeyi said Rama had to leave. That is why when Kunti said Draupadi had to marry all the 5 people. So the mother's words matter a lot when it comes to children and when it comes to
That's how the Hindu Dharma has been. That's how everything in India culturally is placed as seen Poonawala. The mother is the Devi, always from times immemorial. The motherland, everywhere women are given the kind of culture that we've had. That's where the position of women was supposed to be. Yes, there were some practices that over the period of time did creep in, malpractices crept in, but we are past that phase of India's civilization. Today, to bring up Manusmriti and accuse the BJP, how fair is that, Tehseen? Because look at the own track record of the opposition parties as well.
I can agree with you that the opposition may not have a stellar record, but even then they have a much better record in the BJP. And I'm not even going on to talk. I'm proving it. I'm not even going on to tolerate everything. I'm just going on to 2 or 3 recent statements. I'm not even going into top leadership. The Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Pramod Sawant, I think he spoke to Times Now, if I'm not mistaken, but to somebody. On UC, he said that in Goa, if a Hindu man after the age of 30, which is the law, does not have a girl child, he can remarry, and that law does not have to go. The BJP is not taking action on him. Let's come to number 2. Their minister in Madhya Pradesh called Colonel Sofia Qureshi, whatever, you've taken a stand against it. The BJP didn't take it. Supreme Court had taken, BJP still not kicked him out. Giriraj Singh ji about Sonia ji, what she said that she's only fair, not a Negro. Let me use this word, which is a banned word. He said that and therefore she doesn't get she gets the votes because she's white. BJP hasn't taken action. Look, I agree with what Dushan ji said.
Pause. Tehseen Poonawala, the men who misbehaved with Priyanka Chaturvedi, has Rahul Gandhi kicked them out?
I think
she left the party because they had not been kicked out. And there is another lady, Radhika Kheda, with whom misbehavior happened in Chhattisgarh, Who was kicked out? She had to leave the party. Nothing happened in the Congress party. Angika Datta. Nobody was kicked out. She was expelled from the party. Tehseen Poonawala, please, when you point a finger at others, remember there are three other fingers pointing back at you, Tehseen. Supriya Srinath also has complained about this. What has been her view on other women? She said, "Kya bhav chal raha hai mandi mein?" About whom? About other woman MP. Well, that is the standard the Congress brings. Why doesn't this lesson on patriarchy or smashing patriarchy first happen in the CWC and the Congress, various workers committee before you preach it to the others?
Because I think that if you do, and I agree with what you're saying, but if you do want to improve, I think you ought to accept there is a problem.
Yes. So then don't point fingers at us. Siddharth, they want you to improve. Their record doesn't matter. And they will not talk to people who question the opposition because they are above the others, more equal than others.
Absolutely, Navika. I think, it's high time the country realizes that Rahul Gandhi is on a very different pedestal. He's holier than thou. Nobody can question him. He is the Yuvraj, coming from that royal family, that royal blood that can't be questioned. Very different standards for the royal family in this country. Sorry, Tehseen Poonawala. This is what the younger generation of this country is going to tell you when you make such absurd arguments. When you can't critically examine, and when the country watches, the youth watches how selective you are in your outrages, how selective you are in what you quote, how selective you are what you choose to raise, the people, the young generation of this country is going to tell you, we are very sorry, but this is not what we deserve. When you think that you can, just come out, pick up any Hindu scripture from anywhere, quote it from anywhere, and turn a blind eye towards any other scripture, you would not have the courage to say a word against Islam, to say a word against something from Bible. That shows what Rahul Gandhi...
on the principle of smashing patriarchy or equal opportunity for women, I'm with you. I'll be the first crusader to stand there that yes, women must have equal opportunity. But please don't be patronizing. Practice what you preach.
No, definitely. If you see Hinduism, or if you see Islam, or even Christianity, there are positives and negatives in all the religions. But you have to come out of it, We cannot...
Can you please explain this to Mr. Rahul Gandhi?
Yes, ma'am. Please let me tell you. The people who are hovering around Yogi Adityanath today, I think probably they have got the bulletproof jackets also from the taxpayer money. What did they say? The full definition of wife was wonderful instrument for entertainment. And that's still in the BJP and hovering around Yogi Adityanath. Are you going to kick them out, such babas? Please, as obnoxious as that is in terms of a statement, then let me also tell you what other statements have been said. I'm not defending. These people should be, taken to the cleaner. Yes. But may I read out another statement? Rape के लिए फांसी देना गलत है. लड़कों से गलती हो जाती है, हम सत्ता में आए तो कानून में बदलाव करेंगे. ये पता है किसने बोला था? I remember.
You remember? Yes, आपने निकाला था पार्टी से?
नहीं, he was our chief.
अच्छा.
हाँ. And
दूसरों से बहुत आपको उम्मीद है.
I agree with that.
खुद से नहीं है. खुद से नहीं है. Anand Raghunathan, this hypocrisy is where it gets my goat. Everybody does lip service to women empowerment. Nobody really means it, because if they did, women would be a lot better than they are today in this country. But certainly those who have practiced patriarchy and, given this country the Shah Bano experience, today preaching, smashing patriarchy, does it not reflect mindset that is certainly not meant for social change?
No, of course, you're absolutely right. But, I don't have much time left. But, again, I never tire of prodding my good friend Vivek for him to gain some sense. So here is one very simple question to Vivek, and I hope he will not interrupt my question. I give him all the time to answer. So here goes, Vivek. अब विवेक श्रीवास्तव जी, नॉट साइलस जी. साइलस जी तो मेरे बड़े भाई. Sorry. Vivek Srivastav, yes, my younger brother from Beijing. Vivek, here is the question. Name the number of women who are right now in Karnataka government cabinet.
I think none.
अच्छा.
और
उसके आगे कुछ नहीं सोचना.
इस पर तो आपने ज्ञानवर्धन नहीं कराया ना देश का. इस पर तो आपने कुछ नहीं बोला, आवाज नहीं मिली होगी अपनी. Your vocal cords may be still waking up from their deep slumber.
Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds, please.
Okay.
किन महिलाओं को मदद चाहिए? वो महिलाएं जो दिल्ली शहर के अंदर डीटीसी बसों में, इलेक्ट्रिक रिक्शास में धक्के खा के पैसे
कर्नाटका में महिलाओं को कोई मदद नहीं चाहिए. मदद चाहिए तो दिल्ली में चाहिए, जहां देयर इज अ वुमन चीफ मिनिस्टर. Nobody needs mother in Karnataka. And Vivek Srivastava, you have just given a very live demo on what hypocrisy is all about. Please, thank you very much for your live demo. And now the debate has been put to rest just by the demonstration that you have given. And we did a survey and we asked, Rajiv Gandhi betrayed Shah Bano. Rahul Gandhi says smash patriarchy. Is this duplicity? 87% people believe yes it is. No say 9%, don't have a view 4%. Then the Congress really needs to take a lesson. And who's advising Mr. Rahul Gandhi? Pick up issues that are important, not issues that demonstrate the Congress party's own hypocrisy while it goes out to flag the other political party. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all the panelists joining me on debate number 1.